Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Today, I'm up in Montgomery County, Whitpain Township at Cedarbrook Country Club. Cedarbrook Country Club. It began back in 1909, but it wasn't here at this location. It was down in the Cheltenham area, right around Ogontz Avenue. And yes, in the early 60s, this property became available and the club moved. And it has come a long way, not so much geographically, but in the traditions of Philadelphia golf. Cedarbrook Country Club ranks up here. So stay with us from beautiful Cedarbrook Country Club. It's Inside Golf coming up.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality. A chance to be part of a team. A career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
And welcome back to Inside Golf as we begin our look at Cedarbrook Country Club. And we are with the head professional,
Yes,
Brad
sir.
Nelson. Brad, thanks for having us here. How long have you been the head pro at Cedarbrook?
Wrapping up my third year right now.
Third year. And yes, this guy has quite a resume. You look like you're just out of college, but you've ticked off some pretty big jobs. You began your career really in Florida, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Down at Sawgrass?
Yes, sir.
And you went to college down in the Ponte Vedra area?
I did, yeah. I played for University in North Florida.
Okay, and some of the other places you've been?
Started at Sawgrass Country Club, then moved on to Saucon Valley Country Club, and after that went to Muirfield Village Golf Club. So I've been very fortunate.
How are the milkshakes? Are they really that good?
I don't know. I worked there. I didn't have them.
It looks like it. You're in great shape.
No, they're fantastic. The whole place it's a very special place.
Well, this is a very special place too,
Absolutely.
as you
It
know
is.
now in the time that you've been here.
Yeah.
We're standing on the par 3 16th green,
Yep.
and it probably is as scenic a spot as there is on this property or a lot of others.
Yeah, it's a spectacular spot. This is a member favorite. Whenever they bring guests, they come out here, and you can see the entire property, and you have the Wissahickon Creek flowing throughout our property, which is very unique, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, as I look around, I can see what, maybe 7
Yeah,
holes?
you can actually, during the winter, you can see almost every green on the property from this spot. It's really something.
One of the highest spots too on the golf course,
It is,
right?
It is. Yeah, we have 220 acres, and you can see a lot of it from right here. And I come out here quite a bit.
Now you also told me that not only is it a member's favorite, but it's your personal favorite too.
It is my favorite. The 16th hole is, I think, the best hole out here, and it's mainly because of this. You get up here, and it's just a very special feeling.
Tell us what makes, aside from the golf course and the history, what makes Cedarbrook a place to be for your members?
Well, it's the membership that really makes it a place to be. It really is. It's a family-oriented club, but when I came here, I was welcomed, and I found out what was so special about the club was that it's the membership itself. They love Cedarbrook Country Club.
It's tough enough being a head golf pro at a country club these days without something like a pandemic. How did you handle, first of all, when it was shut down, and then waiting to open up, and the members anxious to get out there? It must have been a pretty tough time for you.
It was an interesting time. I think for most clubs in this area, going from really zero when we were shut down, then when the day we opened, it was 0 to 100 because we were really the only game in town.
Right.
Fortunately, with the leadership of our board and the membership being very understanding of everything that's going on, and we have a wonderful staff here, from my staff to the clubhouse staff. Everybody buys in, and really we've just been taking it one day at a time. And it's been it has been a unique year, but we've gotten through it.
Some other information you're going to find out about this gentleman, Brad Nelson, right now. He is the brother-in-law of PGA Tour professional Billy Herschel.
Yeah, I am.
He married your sister?
He did. Yeah, they met when we were all playing junior golf together. And
Wow.
my little sister Brittany, she played for the University of Florida as well as Billy did. So it's been a lot of fun watching him. We knew he was going to be.
You and Billy get together once in a while on the course?
We do. Yeah, not as much as we used to, just because we live on different parts of the country, and he's pretty busy.
Brad Nelson, head professional at Cedarbrook. Brad, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming out.
You got
This
a
is great.
beautiful
Yeah,
venue here, and it's something that everybody should get a chance to play at least once in their lifetime. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
You know, when I think of Cedarbrook Country Club, I think of one name, Frank Rizzo. How many years have you been a member?
52 years, Harry.
52 years. You go back to Ogons Avenue.
Yes, I was a busboy there and worked there. And
You've come a long way, my friend. What's your favorite memory, if you have one, of this place?
the camaraderie of everybody here when I came here. Everybody played with different groups. Just walk up and play, and a lot of fun. With and it's still the same. Everybody.
You're a superstar. You know that.
No, I wasn't. No, I was.
You've had everybody here as a guest. The member guests here at Cedarbrook were legendary.
Remember, guys, we had a great time.
It was Christmas Day times 5.
No, we had a good time, and we had a great one last weekend, but we had a good time.
Well, part of the charm and the glory of this place, and definitely the history, right here in Frank Rizzo. Frank, I knew I was going to run into you up here.
Thanks for having me, Harry.
We'll be right back. More to come from Cedarbrook here on Inside Golf.
I prefer the half and half. I think mostly just coming from Marion, I like that kind of old school look.
Just familiar faces. They're your friends and neighbors. It's their small businesses, a beating heart that makes a neighborhood a home. The places with a pick-me-up or a story that inspires, where you can share a taste of comfort with the personal touch that makes our world shine a little brighter. Support small and make a big difference. Make it local. Make it Main Street. Make it Montco.
And welcome back. Inside Golf continues. Today we are at Cedarbrook Country Club in Woodpain Township, Montgomery County. Tim Kelly is the superintendent. Keeps the golf course nice and green, right, Tim?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here, Tim?
I've been here a year and a half. Started January 2019.
Okay. What did the board tell you when they brought you in here to take over the grounds and keep this place looking as good as it can be?
Some of the things that were brought up in the interview process were one, attention to detail. They wanted to regain some of that back. Consistent playing conditions from hole to hole, fairway to fairway, green to green, and also just overall keeping the place a little bit healthier.
Right. Now you're a native of this part of the country, right? You grew up where in Havertown? That's pretty close.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're used to, and you had an extensive little stay at Marion out there, and so
Yes,
you're
sir.
used to the environment and the conditions in this part of the country. What are some of the challenges you face on a daily basis? I know grasses, summertime, heat, humidity, maybe a storm or two, and we can see the Wissahick, and it's nice to look at. It can be your best friend, and it can also be at times your worst enemy.
Yes, yes, it can be. Although, yeah, the Wissahickon is definitely the best natural attribute of the golf course. It can definitely be a foe at times.
Talk about the grasses. What's the primary grasses that you have here at Cedarbrook?
So tees and fairways are predominantly creep and bent grass. Greens are a mix of poania and creep and bent grass.
This is a real beautiful natural habitat. I mean, you still have a lot of trees on this golf course. You know,
Yes, sir.
there's a lot of trends out there in your business and in golf in general about the way golf courses now handle trees. You know, some people want to knock them all down or tear them out. Other people say, no, we got to keep it, you know, just for the natural beauty. How does that work here at Cedarbrook?
So we have implemented a tree management program through, the biggest things are, one, proper sunlight to all the greens on the golf course. The second is hazardous trees on the golf course. The other big thing is just the size and the beauty of this property, trying to open up some views and vistas so that you can see through the property. If you get a shot of the fifth green up there later on, you couldn't see through there last year, so we spent majority of the winter clearing that out.
Like a lot of clubs, Cedarbrook does have a master plan going down the road a little bit. What's your involvement in that, and you know, how much time do you devote to it?
Well, my involvement was, to be honest with you, I brought the idea to the club. Reason being was there's things that need to happen infrastructurally to the golf course, green drainage and things of that sort. But it was also, the club also believes that they have some room to expand, potentially rebuild some greens, move some greens back, things of that sort. So the original plan was that I don't want to put drainage in a green and then rebuild it, you know, however many years later. Club ended up hiring Jaeger Kovic of Proper Golf to make the master plan. So we have all the drawings at this point. We just need to bring it to the membership and get it passed.
Right. Cutting the grasses in fairways. Sometimes you see the, you know, dark light side. Sometimes, you know, the crisscross. What's your favorite, and what do you do here at Cedarbrook?
So we do a little bit of a combination of that half and half look, but then to cut different directions, because as you might know, bent grass kind of tends to lay over. So you do have to cut multiple directions. What we'll do is a side to side cut.
Right.
I prefer the half and half. I think mostly just coming from Marion, I like that kind of old school look. So that's, you know, one of the things I'm kind of trying to bring back.
Tim Kelly, he is the man here at Cedarbrook trying to make this place look as good as it can, and he's doing a fine job. Of course, this is a good time of the year too, right? In the fall.
Anytime
Superintendents,
anytime you come in with a jacket on, it's a good day.
Remember, that's a good line. I'll have to remember that. I left mine at home. Yeah. Tim, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan.
Good luck to you. All right, Tim Kelly, Superintendent in charge of grounds here at Cedarbrook Country Club.
Hi, I'm Meg Donahue, one of the PGA golf professionals from Manufacturers Golf and Country Club, and I'm here to help you play better golf. Today we're going to talk about chipping. There's three really important components to chipping. It begins with the setup. So in chipping, you want to have the ball in the back of your stance, meaning off of your right foot if you're a right-handed golfer. You want to have most of your weight on your front foot. And these two positions create in your body, if you can see, a lowercase y with my arms and my golf club. And what this does is you want to keep the lowercase y together the whole time. If you can keep the lowercase y together the whole time, your hands will stay ahead of the club face. And that's what helps us hit solid contact chips. The other very important piece is you want to listen for the ball to land. Once you hear it land, then you look up. I hope this helps you play better golf.
This Thanksgiving weekend, there are plenty of things to do safely in Montgomery County, PA.
The Greater Philadelphia Expo Center at Oaks is offering a special Festival of Trees, a unique drive-through tree experience right at the fairgrounds in Montgomery County.
Then, from holiday light displays like Elmwood Park Zoo's Wild Lights to embracing the spirits, we've got you covered to celebrate the season safely in Montco. Browse our list for the best places to shop locally and make it Main Street for the holidays. Find New Year's Eve info and more. Plus, don't forget to book your stay with our Make It Montco hotel package this winter. And Santa's magic will get a workout this season in Montgomery County. Check out our guide to where he'll be and when for for families to share their Christmas wish with Mr. Kringle before his worldwide tour on Christmas Eve. Of course, check with each event for safety guidelines and COVID-19 precautions.
For more information, check out valleyforge.org. I'm Rachel Riley for the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
Stay with us. More to come on Inside Golf. Next up, our teed-off panel is ready to go.
My lottery in my pool, I can tell you that. I was counting on him to blow up on the back nine, and it didn't happen.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Got the shades on. I got the bright lights. The brightest light in the world. Sunshine here on the deck at Lulu Country Club in Upper Dublin. It's one of many dozens of golf courses in Montgomery County. Find out more about golf, of course, in Montgomery County by going to valleyforge.org and click on Montco Golf. Find out more about not only golf in Montgomery County, but golf at Lulu. All right, let's meet our panel today. Leila Mackey is back. She is Director of Foundations for the Philadelphia section, PGA of America. Good to see you again, Leila.
Good to see you, Harry. Thanks for having me.
Joe Logan needs hardly any introduction. myphillyGolf.com. He's got his Masters sweater on, and that's a tip-off of what we're going to be talking about. And we have with us the newly, I don't know, what is it, inducted?
Installed.
Or canonized? What do we call you? He's the new president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. I don't know if they had a ceremony, but maybe this is his first public appearance.
This is my first public appearance. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for gracing us.
There's a recount in Pennsylvania.
We're waiting for the hanging Chad.
All right. Joe, since you're wearing the Augusta sweater, or pullover, whatever you want to call it.
Fleece.
We're going to talk about recapping as best we can the 2020 Masters. It finally got played. It had an historic finish thanks to one Dustin Johnson. Some of your takeaways on Augusta, the Masters in November.
Well, I was glad that it happened. You know, I was worried that it wasn't going to happen at all. I thought it was, as Masters go, I would not put it in my top 5, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse, and Dustin Johnson was overdue, and you got to give him all the credit in the world. He cost me money in my lottery, in my pool, I can tell you that. I was counting on him to blow up on the back nine, and it didn't happen. He just kept making putts and winning, and good for him.
So he showed you, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes,
20
he did.
under par. Leila, well, give me a couple of your takeaways.
You know, I don't know whether he does better without the crowds. It just may take some pressure off of him. I don't know, but yeah, he really deserved it. I mean, he played great the whole way through, and obviously set a record. And I'm really happy for him. You know, obviously it was a little different this year. You didn't have the azaleas, or you know, the golf course looked a little different. But yeah, I would say I wouldn't put it in my top 5 either. It wasn't super exciting, but I am happy for Dustin.
Oscar, I'm going to first mention something. I don't know if it was on your mind as you watched or now that you had time to reflect on it. What happened to Bryson DeChambeau? That's what we heard about leading up to it.
That's right. That's right. The build-up, all they talked about was Bryson DeChambeau. So it was. I didn't even know Dustin Johnson was in the field, honestly, until he won it, because the media didn't talk about it. But I think it was refreshing to not have DeChambeau win, and have a guy who can only hit it 325 in the air win. I mean, that was reassuring. There's still chance for little guys like me, who only hit it 75 yards shorter than Dustin Johnson. But I think they put so much pressure on DeChambeau by the buildup that, you know, they may have deflated his tires a little bit. And I think it also motivated everybody else. The fact that they were not even talked about. The fact that I was in a pool, and no one even selected Dustin Johnson to win in that pool. I mean,
Joe must have been in that pool.
It was only 10 guys, but can you imagine that? No one even selected him.
And he was number 1 in the world.
And he was number 1 in the world.
Well, that's probably because he brought a little baggage into the tournament. I mean, he had COVID a month before the tournament. That was one thing.
He had 14 days off the tour, kind of out of sight, out of mind. But he had played very well in Houston leading up to that event, so fascinating.
Take that, huh? Hey, 2 former winners had interesting 2020 Masters. Bernard Langer
and Tiger Woods. Bernard set the record for the oldest guy to make the cut. He's like a month older than when Tommy Aaron made the cut, I think in 2000, 63. And he played with Chambeau in the final round. He was like 70 yards behind him, you know, and yet I think he scored better in the 4 days than Bryson did. I mean, who would have taken that bet?
I
right?
know. He's had a hell of a career. I remember watching him when he was in the scene or the Constellation at Cricket Club.
Yes.
And yeah, he's an impressive player. And it's nice to see an older guy can still hang with the younger guys.
And Joe, did you ever have a 10 on the 12th hole at Augusta?
No, I've actually parred it once or twice.
There you go. Take that, Tiger. How about that? 10. And then he went and birdied 5 of the next 6 holes.
I was going to say, most impressive is that after the 10, he birdied 5 out of the last 6 holes. That gets swept under the rug because of his finishing score, but that showed some true character to me.
I looked it up. You know who has the most strokes on the 12th hole in a competition at Augusta at the Masters? 1980 was the year. A fellow by the name of Tom Weiskopf. 13. I don't know if he birdied 5 of the next 6 either. That's going to do it. Our Masters takeaways here with our teed off panel. More of Inside Golf coming up.
Students in our program learn a lot about leadership and how to become a leader.
We have a good cause. We've got great kids and people. It teaches young people not only golf, but the life lessons that golf teaches us.
I've been a better person throughout my career in golf.
We're teaching kids how to be better kids, how to be better people, and to build better communities.
Respect, honesty, courtesy, integrity, judgment.
Not only does it give kids a jump start on the game of golf, but maybe a little bit of a jump start on the game of life. Welcome back to Inside Golf here at Cedarbrook Country Club, and joining us is Kevin Pinkerton, sort of a rookie in your job as club president since June.
Welcome.
How do you size up what you do, Kevin, and what you want to do for the members here at Cedarbrook?
Well, first of all, I'd like to get through a pandemic and some storms that we've had lately. But what we'd like to do here at the club is continue to grow the unbelievable energy that we've been able to create here. We went from 215 members back in 2001 to 325 and a 21-person waiting list. And a lot of that is attributed to us becoming more of a family golf course. We're not just golf here. We have tennis, we have pool, junior camps. We actually have a bocce league behind me that has over 100 people in the league. So we've been able to involve the entire family, which has made it a much better experience for everybody.
Yeah, because competition, let's face it, no matter what business you're in, especially the golf business, it's tough out there.
There is a lot of competition, especially in this area. And we're trying to do things a little bit differently. We're probably not as stuffy as other golf courses and country clubs are. We've tried to make it more kids friendly, and I think it's involving the whole family just makes us a little bit different than the people around us.
Right. Now, I know from talking to you a little bit before we went on the air, there is a master plan. Maybe not quite approved all the way, but share with us some of the things that may be included.
So some of the things we've talked about as a board over the last couple of years is we wanted to get something on paper that we could say this is what we wanted to work towards. You know, as boards change over and things change, we didn't want the electrician to tell us where a bunker should be. We didn't want to tell, you know, where we should put a table inside the clubhouse. So we really put it towards the board to come up with a master plan. We hired a gentleman, Yeager, who came in last year, and he's just finishing up the plans that hopefully will get presented sometime in the spring of next year.
Okay. Any major disruptions to the golf course or
No.
changes in the golf course?
There's definitely going to be some major changes. At this point, the golf course will never get shut down. I can guarantee that. We do have some major changes on 10 and a couple other holes, but I think we should be able to work around them. Right now, we're trying to decide whether this is going to be a phased master plan or it's going to be something that we do at one time. Leaning more towards the phase because we have some stuff in the clubhouse that we'd like to get done too, along with tennis.
You know, every course sort of has its identity, I guess you could say. And maybe my experience, knowing the folks, some of the folks here at Cedarbrook, it was primarily a golf-oriented club. Yeah, you had tennis courts and you may have swimming pool and things like that. But it sounds like you're starting to integrate those amenities more, and going down the road will continue to do that.
Again, I think it's the most important thing. I think for the families that have two-income families now, and the wife's working and the husband's working, you know, the Saturday of the husband coming over and playing golf and leaving the family at home is going by the wayside. And I think you need to involve the wives, and we're trying to get them involved in golf. Today's actually Women's Day here, and hopefully we'll have a good crowd. Bocce has been an unbelievable success. Again, over 100 people of all different ages. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. It's completely full.
That's amazing.
It completely, for an Irish person, it is amazing, but it has really done wonders for during a week. Also, I think during this whole pandemic, we've been able to make the place feel safe for our members. We've put in all the right practices with our clubhouse manager, Bucky, leading the way, and I think people feel comfortable coming here, and we got to keep that going.
That's the key thing, what you just said. People feel comfortable coming here and look at Cedarbrook as a destination for them, not just to go around here and chase that white ball, but also all the other things that you have.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kevin, good luck. New man on the job.
Thank
4
you.
months.
Thank you.
You got your plate full.
Yes, we do.
That's going to do it for this week's edition from beautiful Cedarbrook here in Whitpain Township in Montgomery County. Thanks to Kevin and his staff for having us. I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. We'll see you next time here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.